What's up guys, and welcome to this video. Mechanical keyboards, I'm sure you've probably heard of them. But how important are they to gaming? Do you need one? And what do they do and how expensive are they? Now there are two main types of keyboard, your membrane keyboard and your mechanical keyboard. A membrane keyboard uses little domes under every single key, and this makes it quite easy for them to mass produce. It's pretty cheap. However, they offer little in the way of tactile feedback, so all the keys feel the same, and it actually does take a fair amount of activation force to actually press the key, because you've got to press all the way down for it to be registered. Now a mechanical keyboard has switches under every single key, and this is more expensive, it will cost you more money, but it can make typing and gaming even easier. A mechanical keyboard will take on the characteristics of the switches used underneath, and these will vary, so one keyboard might be really easy to press all the keys all the way down but offer little in the way of tactile feedback, but others might be a little bit harder to press, but each key has a tactile feedback, so you know which key you've pressed, and it's actually easier to type on because you won't actually make as many mistypes. One of the most common things is that you can get a keyboard that's really good for gaming, but because it's easy to hit the keys, you can make a lot of typing errors which make them not as good for typing as other keyboards. Mechanical keyboards are also quite a bit louder, especially if you go for the infamous blue switched keyboard. They make quite a racket. I've left a little sample here so you can hear them. So this is just the standard membrane keyboard. And then this is the mechanical keyboard. This is a red switch. Now the main key switches that are used in mechanical keyboards are red, brown, blue and black. There are plenty of others, and if you want to know more about an individual key switch, then there's a great link in the description below that gives a good explanation of what the different switches are and how they differ in different performance. Most mechanical keyboards will use key switches by a company called Cherry MX, but companies like Razer are starting to develop their own key switches, so it might vary and they might have their own ones, but of course it's definitely worth brushing up on which key switches your mechanical keyboard has before you actually go and buy it, because they will all offer something slightly different, and there is a mechanical keyboard that will be tailored to what you're after. So if you don't go and try it out, you won't actually know what it feels like. So the number one thing you need to do, if you can, is to go and actually try out different key switches at a computer e-tailer, retailer, whatever you call it, near you, so you actually know what you're buying. It's most commonly known that red is the best switch for gaming because it has a really low activation force without any tactile feedback. However, blue is the best for typing and arguably the worst for gaming because it has quite a lot of tactile feedback and it requires more activation force to actually press all the keys. If you want to go for something a bit middle of the road, then that's where the brown switch comes in, which has a little bit of tactile feedback and it's kind of in the middle. But again, if you can, go and actually check out these different keyboards before you buy one. So the question is then, do you go and buy one? Do you need one? Well, the answer to that is no, you don't need a mechanical keyboard, and I dare say that the majority of people, if they had a mechanical keyboard, wouldn't be better players and wouldn't be getting extra frags in games because of this. That said, I love my mechanical keyboard. The one I use is the Quickfire TK, and that uses a red switch. That is by Cooler Master. There are loads of different keyboards out there, and I have to say mechanical keyboards, while they are a little bit louder, they are a lot better and they just feel better to use. And while obviously your computer has the main interaction of the mouse and keyboard, having good peripherals does make a difference. But if you're just getting into PC gaming, I'd say stick with a fairly cheapish gaming keyboard when you start out, because you're going to want to spend the extra money on something like a processor or graphics cards. You're not going to be a much better gamer and you're not going to have a much better experience just because your keyboard is that little bit better. But like I say, I do stand by one. I would always go and buy a mechanical keyboard now, but when I first started in PC gaming, I used a membrane one, and I still think that was the right decision. I've had an SSD and a mechanical keyboard for about the same amount of time. If you took away my SSD, I would be very upset, and it would be such a big difference to go back to my computer without it. However, if you took my mechanical keyboard away and replaced it with a membrane one, to be honest, I wouldn't really cry about it. And that pretty much wraps up this video. I hope it has explained to you quite simply what mechanical keyboards are. There are loads of different keyboards and you can go and do loads of research on this topic, but I thought this video is nice and short, nice and simple, and she'll keep it quite brief and actually explain to you what mechanical keyboards are. If I succeeded in doing that, hit the like button and let people know, you know, he succeeded, well done, thank you. If he hasn't succeeded and you want to throw screwed up paper at the screen and for it to come out here, hit the dislike button. That probably won't happen, but I know that I need to improve from next time. If you do like this video and you've liked other videos, or you want to see more videos, hit the subscribe button to see more videos like this when they come out, and they come straight to your feed. Don't forget to leave a comment if you have any questions or anything to say. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Like I say, that's kicking off. I'm replying to every single tweet I get, unless my phone kind of malfunctions and doesn't tell me about it. So that is definitely the best place to contact me and ask me any questions. If there's something you don't really want to say over Twitter, then by all means send me a private message on YouTube and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for watching any other video that you have seen on this channel. I hope you do come back. Hope it's been useful, and I'll see you in the next one.